Greetings all, Frog here. It's time for the Friday update here for, 5th June, I believe, 2015. I'm recording this on Friday. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I just got back from a day full of Origins, and we're going to talk a little bit about the channel and have I made my goals and what's going on and all the challenges that have presented themselves in the last week, because there have been some challenges. It's been an interesting week. So I think the first thing we should talk about is, did we meet the goal of working ahead so I could have fun at Origins? Well, mostly. So this is this week. This is today. So we are recording update number 6. GeoGuessr already went live by the time you watch this. Update 6 will be going up. And then Factorio is already uploaded and scheduled. The rest of this, I'm going to finish uploading and scheduling when I wake up in the morning in about 6 hours. So I'll have update 6 render overnight, and then we'll go and upload the rest of it. So that's this week. So now let's take a look at next week. Well, here's what it looks like. So I fell a little short, but I did do mostly far ahead, so I don't feel too big of playing guess up. I mean, Sunday won't be a very busy day at Origins, so I'll be home by mid-afternoon, probably, and so I can just finish recording whatever I've got, and so I'm not worried about that. It's only 6 episodes. On Metro Monday, I always do Sunday afternoon anyway, so 7, 8. There's like 8 episodes that takes 3 hours. That's not going to happen. We'll talk about that. I don't know what's going there yet, but it's not going to be that. So I did pretty well. Obviously, anything in the green has already been rendered. Anything in the yellow has been edited. This is actually rendering in the background right now. So I love having this quad core because 3 of the cores are dedicated to rendering this, and the last one is using OBS and recording. So it seems to be working okay. Obviously it would be better if I was running on a 64-bit architecture, but it's for later. It's actually something I'm going to plan. I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now, and I'm at this point where I don't have any videos uploaded or I don't have any videos that I've recorded that I haven't processed, and I'm going to start uploading. So it might be a good idea to do the install, because I could just wipe the drive clear. I do have a lot of music, but I've got an external, so I just back up the music on the external, wipe this drive clear, and install the 64-bit operating system and just go. Just upgrade and pray. It would take the majority of Sunday, so I don't like doing that because I would need to record, but maybe what I could do is on Sunday do all the recording, and then when I'm off on Wednesday, because again, that is my Saturday, I could just start in the morning on Wednesday and just spend the day upgrading the computer software. I have considered upgrading the hardware, especially because today, as you watch this, it's Micro Center's that they have a fairly big deal. Other computer stores are, of course, available. And I think that I might go, because for basically $220, I can get a new motherboard, a new Athlon FX, and 8 gigabytes of RAM very easily. So I think that might be what I do, just to do that, upgrade the computer and go to 64-bit at the same time. It would be a very... it would just make sense to do that, to install a fresh operating system at that point. So it's a distinct possibility. Whether I'm going to do all that, I don't know, because I really just want to go to Origins tomorrow. I don't really want to go to Micro Center, but the sale ends. There's always going to be another sale, but I don't know. So I'm considering about that. But the 64-bit architecture is definitely coming within the next week, because I think I'll have time to do it. So let's talk a little bit about why this past Throwback Thursday was Sim Tower, when I've been talking so long about how much I want it to be Diablo, because I really want to play Diablo 2, and I think it would fit what I like to do. I think it would fit into the theme of this channel a little bit, and what I'm trying to do, and it's just not working. As I've said before, this is Ubuntu. It's 14.10, and I'm going to upgrade to 15.04. Maybe when I do that, there'll be a new version of Wine available, and things will just work better. I don't know. I've tried to use Wine. It installed Diablo 2, the original. It did not install Lord of Destruction, which is okay. I mean, I could just play the base game. That's not a problem. I mean, it's been 15 years. How much do people actually remember of the base game? And when I went to start playing it, I actually started recording. I have 10 minutes of a video of me talking over the beginning, skip the cinematic intro, but then talking about the different classes and what I would play and why I'd want to do it. And I selected class, and then I entered a name, and you click continue, and nothing, blank screen. So I know the game was still open because I could click and I would get different sound effects, but it was just black. I couldn't minimize it and reopen it. Nothing I seemed to do would work, and I was running short of time. I mean, I was doing this last night, or really yesterday morning, at about 12. I started doing this midnight when I came back from Origins, because I thought, it shouldn't be a big issue, right? It just, everything I saw said, hey, Diablo, it's at least gold standard through wine. Hey, great, cool. We'll try it out. And it didn't work, and it was very frustrating. So I said, okay. I went through my binder of CDs and said, what else could I play? Well, Warcraft 2. That would be fun. I know I'm trying to find publishers that I already know I have permission to be able to broadcast some of this stuff. And Warcraft 2, why not? Because that's 20 years old, right? That's even older for a computer game. And which is mind-numbing that Warcraft 2 is from 1995. And that obviously is not using wine. I need to run a DOS emulator. So the first thing I tried to do was DOSEMU, and that just it didn't do what I really wanted to do. Then I tried switching to DOSBox, which is what everybody uses, and I should have just started from the beginning using it. And obviously other DOS emulators are available. And I installed Warcraft 2. It seemed to be okay, but then it never recognized that my CD was running. And you say, well, of course, when you need a DOSBox, you have to make sure to mount the CD. Yeah, well, I did all that. And it didn't work. So it would let me play, as the multiplayer client as the non-host for the multiplayer, and that would be it. It wouldn't let me do anything else. And at this point, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was really tired of fighting with it. So I looked at my binder and said, well, what else? Well, okay, what about Sim Tower? So I installed it and it worked. So that's why we played Sim Tower. Now, of course, that means that Diablo didn't work. I'll have more time to fiddle with it. I'm not going to worry about recording Throwback Thursday until Wednesday, unless I decide to upgrade the computer, and then I guess I might want to do it sooner before I do that. But I could try and fiddle with Diablo 2 more, because I do really want to do that. I've talked about it now. I've said I'm going to do it. Warcraft 2 actually kind of seems like it'd be really fun if I could figure out why it's not recognizing the DVD drive. I would just like to do that. Period. So, maybe I'll spend some more time and figure that stuff out, because I think it would be fun, especially Warcraft 2. That definitely fits in with what I'm trying to do. Factorio is essentially a base defense game with a creation simulator. All right. I'm not playing it that way right now, but that's basically what it can be. And that's what Warcraft is. So, that's definitely a possibility for whatever. So Throwback Thursday right now is kind of open. All right, so Ayutthaya, right? Ayutthaya has been recorded through Sunday the 7th, so that's definitely going to happen, and I will finish the week out. So I'm at least going to get to Lucky 13, episode 13. Again, my week starts on Friday for the channel, so I could start and go. I'm going to go at least till episode 13. Well, on Tuesday, right here on Tuesday, this is when EU4 Common Sense hits, and it's going to break the save file. I'm almost 99% certain it's going to break the save file. So I could just not upgrade, which is plausible, or I'm going to upgrade and it'll break, and I'll have to redo Ayutthaya, because I'm not going to get done. There's no way you can do what I'm trying to do in less than 70. I'm guessing 70 episodes the way I play. And obviously I'm not going to be able to record another 57 videos in the next 4 days. That's just not going to happen. So I could just I could just turn off automatic updates, not roll into the new patch, but then I miss out on all the fun common sense stuff that I want to be playing with. And I don't want to go forward and back to play the two. So I think Ayutthaya might be done. It's going to be just something of a bit of a learning experience. Okay, I know how to play in that region now, and the next time I could be even stronger, because I really want to play common sense, right? If I had the pre-access to it, I would totally be playing it and have been doing it for a while now, because I think that those changes are really good, and I'm excited to play with them. And why would I not want to, right? And I'm going to take this time to buy Art of War at the same time too. So I'll be completely up to date with all of the EU4 patches. just announced CK2 The Horse Lords. That sounds really interesting. It might get me to start playing CK2 again. So maybe, 6 o'clock is Paradox Hour, and I'll alternate between EU4 and CK2. I don't know. Give me some comments about that if you'd like to see some CK2 on the channel. I certainly could. It's a consideration. We'll just put it like that, because I like CK2. I haven't played it in a while. I have more hours in CK2 than I do EU4, and it's just a matter of just returning to it. I just have been having more fun playing EU4 recently. But this Horse Lords thing, that opens up a whole new avenue of approach to CK2, and it could be really interesting. So that's Paradox Hour, right? The noon times is not going to change. We play Factorio. I love Factorio. I'm going to play it forever. I'm going to just build the heck out of that world and build trains and trains and trains until it slows down the fact that I can't build anymore. And since I'm talking about upgrading my computer soon, then it might not be an issue. Which reminds me, if I upgrade my computer, I've got to copy all my save files too. That would have been bad. Let me write a note. Because I don't want to lose all my save files. Because that game's not in the cloud. EU4, I use cloud save, but so copy save files before upgrades, so I don't screw things up. Good. So Factorio, I'm going to keep playing. Right, GeoGuessr, I'm going to keep playing. I've now in 3 different videos talked about my hesitation about the game because it just wasn't fun for me for a while. But I think I'm starting to do some things that make it a little more fun and enjoyable. I think the Perfect Score New York challenge is definitely going to continue because it is wicked difficult, and I just want to see how I did. I was off by 100. Oh, spoiler alert! I'm off by 100 points on the next one. Sorry, but it's really close. I haven't gotten it, but I think I can. So I'd like to try and get that perfect score with New York. I just did a Where You've Been edition of GeoSetter. And you've taken it to heart that at least Nio and Vitalone have both done a Where They've Been edition, so we're going to play those. So that's another couple of them. And we'll keep playing GeoGuessr for now. It is probably one of the most popular things on the channel, although Factorio episode number 22 is really popular. And I was going to look back. I don't think I took notes on what I did in Factorio 22. No, I have no idea why this one, it's the one where I first started attacking the biters. So I don't know why that one's so popular, but it is. So, weird. Who knows? Couldn't tell you. But it's the single most popular video. And if you're here for the Factorio, I hope you really enjoy it, because honestly, I'm having the fun playing the heck out of this game. Every time I have to stop, it really bugs me. I could play that probably for an 8-hour session straight. No problem. I don't really want to record that far in advance, because then you lose out on the interaction aspect of it, but I definitely enjoy playing it. I don't think I'm going to break into the GeoGuessr time yet. I'm going to continue to do 7 a week, but we'll see. And so that takes us to the 4th time slot. And I've really been thinking about this 4th time slot. And Metro Monday is going to keep happening because I like the game, and it's the time for me to talk about life and updating life outside the channel. So that's always been the intent. Friday's about the channel, Monday's about me and my life and my family and all that. And while I play Mini Metro. And I've corrupted Avak, by the way, which is amazing, or Avak. And I love it, and I hope I continue to do so because it's fun. And he seems like a really, really nice guy and really fun. And I enjoy watching him AAA Factorio and frankly just interacting with him on Twitter. It's quite good, and it's nice to have that European flair, if you will. I don't know. So that's going to stay. Metro Mondays, absolutely. Throwback Thursdays, I love that. Whether it's going to be Diablo finally, or if I'm just going to continue to do one-offs, I'm not sure. I don't mind the one-offs too much, although Sim Tower seemed kind of rushed. But that was also at 2 a.m, so, for a 9 o'clock deadline, let me point out. So that was a little stressful. Fridays will still be the update. But that gives me 4 different things, dos, tres, cuatro, 4 things. And I was thinking maybe put some Binding of Isaac on Sundays, right? Because it's deliciously blasphemous to have that game being played on Sundays. And then, do something like a wacky Wednesday kind of thing where I do some strange games like Altitude and some other like light games. That Hank game, or Hank, that everyone is playing right now. Maybe that would fit into that type of thing. I don't know. So it's just things like that to slot into there. Somebody suggested, and I'm sorry I don't remember, it might have been Insert Country here, actually, now that I think about it, but somebody suggested that I get with, Briarstone and do a board game night. I'd love to do a board game night, either through Vassal, which is that online board game connection system, or actually having people over for board games. I have an okay video camera. You know, I mean, it would involve using my face on camera, which I don't know if any of you really want to see that, but it's a possibility. You know, do a fourth slot board game night, and then maybe just do a series that I don't want to play enough to have every day. You know, so like CK2/EU4, that I'd love to have one of those every day. Factorio definitely, GeoGuessr for now, and maybe, you know, bring something else in. Maybe Prison Architect. I don't do Prison Architect every day. You know, maybe I do it on Tuesdays for whatever reason. You know, just do something like that, because I think I can do 4 videos a day, and I would like to try that. When I start, I'll warn you, because you'll notice that you'll have update 7, and then boom, there'll be something over here in the Saturday slot. And when I try it, I'm going to try it, but it's an experiment, right? I'm not going to go lower than 3. 3 is as low as I want to go. I want to have 3 every day, because that gives 3 different chances for people to watch something. And I don't expect everybody to watch everything on the channel, but at least if you find one of those 3 things that you like Factorio, you know, it's like a network. Tune in for Factorio every day if you like The Price is Right, and other game shows are, of course, obviously available. But it's those types of things. Like if you like that particular show, you can tune in once a day, and there's your show. And some of them, they're not daily shows, they're weekly shows. And I think that's certainly a valid option. But I'd like to have that consistent schedule as though it were some sort of network. And it's not. I mean, let there be no doubts about it. This is a one-man operation. It's me. I'm doing the whole thing. I do the thumbnails, the recording, the processing, the editing, all of it. It's a one-man shop. And I'm having fun doing it, honestly. So what's that 4th slot going to entail? I'm not sure. I'd love to collaborate, you know, do some sort of multiplayer maybe, but I have a bit of a fanboy problem that I'm having trouble approaching people to work with, because I don't want to be that guy who has 24 subscribers, which we do have 24 subscribers now. So thank you to all 24 of you, and anyone who's thinking of subscribing, you know, please do, because it really helps, and it gives me a drive to continue on when I see the subscriber count going up. I'm just this guy with 24 subscribers, you know, talking to, even if it's just, I don't know, Bentham, right? Bentham has over 2,000 subscribers. Avac is more than that. Stejo is plenty. And I'd be just like, hey guys, can I hang with the cool kid? Right? And I don't want to be that guy, because I don't want to bug people. That's not me. I grew up too close to Canada, I guess. So I just want to be polite. And I just, you know, maybe someday I'll finally gather up that courage, but the time's not there yet, you know. And by the time you read this, we'll have, 35 episodes on each series? Yeah, we'll have 35 episodes on each series, because essentially EU4 Idias 6 is EU4 35. So that's 105 videos plus 3 extras per week. It's the 5th week, so it's another 15. So 120 videos. Wow. That's kind of more than I thought about, but that's 120 videos, and that's pretty cool. And we're up to, we are at 24 subscribers, so thank you for that. We're over 10,000 minutes watched now, so that's cool, and well over 1,300 views. So thank you for all those things. I mean, they're very small milestones, but I appreciate it. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to the videos, even this one. So I'm going to cut it short there. I think that's the plan for the channel. If there's a video on Wednesday of just a bunch of swearing uploaded, that's because my uploading is, or my upgrading is going very poorly. And I hooked up my recording equipment to my laptop and just had a good scream or something. I don't know, but hopefully everything will go well. If you like the episode, you know, click the like button. If you like updates, I like updates. You know, I mean, feel free. But I don't know how wide reaching this is for other people to watch, but you know, it's out there. At least it's telling you what we're doing in the plan that I'm trying to do here, and how we're building the channel. So, do subscribe. You know, every subscription really helps. In a lot of ways, it helps get the channel out there, because then it shows up in more search results, but it also helps, you know, me saying, oh, look at these people that actually want to listen to me blather on for 20 minutes at a time. I guess I should keep doing this kind of thing, right? And I really do appreciate that. But that's all for now. Thank you so much. And until next time, cheers.